ladies and gentlemen, due to popular demand, it seems that we're back. Not as HTB, but as once again, Mr.HTBeast, HT Blessing, the greatest robber in the MyTEAM community. And since y'all went absolutely crazy on that first video, I think it's got like over 100,000 views. It seems that I'm back once again, and it seems that someone else's account is going to be stolen. If y'all want me to try to do this weekly, let me know in the comments. If we manage to get 5,000 likes on this video, I got y'all with another account robbery next week, because who knows, it could be you. And of all people that want to get robbed, you want to get robbed by me. But of course, man, we got right into it. I threw that fishing reel into Twitter and I started baiting. Reply with your budget squads on PlayStation. Now, there was definitely some people on the internet that just use it as an excuse to start flexing. Not gonna lie, this guy's account is quite terrible. Easy clapped 49. You're probably gonna be a candidate for next episode, I'm not gonna lie. This guy, I mean, look at this. You got Cade Cunningham, you got Zion, you don't really need help. There's definitely some people that are, you know, fishing for stuff. Like, there was a guy that I saw, this one right here. Yes, this is a budget account, but if you guys look, he's only level 1. I do not mind blessing people, but if you're level 1, it means you don't play the game in general. And the reason I'm trying to rob people is to enhance their MyTEAM experience. People that, you know, might not enjoy the luxury as much because they don't have as much to enjoy the game, but people that are already leveled up, like level 27 and stuff like that, those are people that I found were prime candidates. Now, after doing a bunch of soul searching, we eventually found one account, and this is one that kind of triggered me, and y'all might notice a similar memory from last time. Now, in the future, if I see any sort of lineups with this, I'm simply just not going to be picking them. But in this case, it was the exception because we got to get rid of this movement. The man we call Nick at Imminent Star, he said, not the best team, but I love using these players. And when it comes to my team, that's really what it's all about. So I decided to look at this roster and it wasn't too shabby. I saw John Morant. He got the Albert King from Clutch Time, big dubs. You got the old DeRozan, Wayne Embry, Vucevic at center, questioning you a little bit. Off the bench, he's got Adi Zine. You can tell that this guy actually just plays the game regardless of whether he has VC or not. I see Billy Owens, I see Detlef Schrempf, and then I saw the guy, a man that is banned on the HTB channel, Galaxy Opal Pat Burke. So of course you guys can see on the right here, I reply, is that Pat Burke? And he's like, I already knew it. So of course the first thing I decide to go ahead and do is jump into the DMs. So as you guys can see here, man, I'm like, yo. He's like, yo. I'm like, what the hell is Pat Burke doing on this roster? And he said, hey man, I promise you I love that card. He gets my boards and we DBG supporters.
What?
It's okay to be a DBG supporter. I love my boy DBG. But Pat Burke, he's a certified scrub. I said, first off, you need to get a lighter and smoke that Pat Burke card because he needs to be gone. Second off, put your hands up. I'm taking this account. Yeah, I went full HTB robber. In fact, let me get the outfit. What? Yeah, that's right, Nick. You put that account in the bag right now. So he's like, no way. I don't want to go all fanboy, but this is crazy. You and Troy Dan were literally my first 2K YouTubers in 2K20 I watched. And then I was like, I appreciate the love, but I'm trying to steal your account. And he's like, all right, I got you with my account, but I have extra security, so I'll need to send you a code. This is where I gotta say, Nick, I am proud that you've got security. To that I said, this does not change the fact that I am robbing you right now. Put the account in the bag and walk away slowly. He's like, say less. To that I said, sounds good. Thank you for having good security, because at the end of the day, the better security you have, the better of a robber I look like. So he ended up sending me his details, and then he sent me his entrance code. Just whatever you do, do not touch Pat Burke, he says. I said, thank you, sir. No promises, to which I replied with the king himself, Rui Hachimura. I'm lying. Pat is done for. He said, well, it was a good run. And I said, I'll let you know when you're good to log back in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the details. Let's get into the account. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so after some intense hacking, here we are on Nick's account. Time to load up NBA 2K22, and it's time to see just how bad this account really is. It seems that Nick had more security than I thought. we've run into a bit of a problem. Luckily, all we had to do was jump into the current gen version of the game, and we're gonna be all good. So here we are, man. First, look at Nick's account. I really hope he has a normal PSN, because if it's something sus, I'll be worried. His name is Nick XM Boy, so that's not too bad. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at this man's roster. He's only got one lineup, so you already know just based off that, my boy is down bad. There's Ja Morant, there's Albert King, DeMar DeRozan, Wayne Embry, so I'm getting confirmation that all these players are real. Hey, Pat Burke, let's just go ahead and let's get rid of that mess right away. Throw Rudy Gobert in there. Gonna quickly inspect the rest of your team to make sure, you know, you don't have any hidden soup. And I'm seeing Dennis Rodman, who was the locker code. You graded that, not sure why. I see Kyrie Irving, so all around it's pretty fair to say that my man needs help. Now, as always, guys, before we do continue, if y'all are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Y'all know we're on that grind to 400K. We just recently hit 310, so thank you very much for all the love, all the support. It's been insane. And with that being said, it's time to begin the spell. Y'all see my boy Nick is currently sitting at 3,000 MT, but once again, I must do the MT dance. I must harness all the energy of Rui Hachimura's worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, it took all the power in me, but this time we went even harder than ever. In the last video, we had about 1,000,000 MT that we powered up. This time, because y'all went crazy, I doubled that amount. That's right, Nick, your Pat Burke pissed me off that this time we are sitting at 1.8 million MT. Now, there were some people in the comments that were like, HTB, you can definitely give out more. To which I say, why don't you give out some? Because I think that is an unhealthy amount that most people in my team never see. But the way we're gonna start things off today, guys, is gonna be a little bit different than the last time. We see that he's got Ja Morant. We see that he's got the Albert King, which honestly is the best card here. Ja Morant isn't bad, could definitely be better. Paul Arizin, he's okay. We're probably looking to upgrade that, but today we're actually gonna start by using the MT to do a little bit of a pack opening. I wanna see if I can get lucky on this man's account. What I'm seeing is he's got one more takeoff pack here that he can open. So I want to see if we can get lucky and pull Derrick Rose. Come on, 2K gods. Oh, I thought that was a dark matter shake. It looks like it's gonna be a pink diamond instead. That's basically guaranteed to be pink diamond Michael Porter Jr. So definitely more MT than we'd like to spend on a card. Why aren't I seeing any numbers? Bro, current gen is such a weird console, but there he is. The first player that we're adding to our roster is Michael Porter Jr. Honestly, don't even know if he makes the team, but that's the first player we got. I wish he didn't open all of them because I would have definitely liked to use that for a video. Now, to kick things off, man, the first spot I realized definitely needed help on this team was that center spot. I saw Vucevic, I saw Pat Burke, I got pissed off. We go look at dark matter centers, and the one to go for, honestly, is gonna be this man right here, Kristaps Porzingis. Now, I'm not going to be able to fill his whole roster with every single player being a dark matter because that's just going to be way too expensive, but we can definitely afford to spend some MT here on Porzingis. And then while we wait on this one, hopefully I don't get outbid too badly because 400K for him as a base card is already insane. We're going to add one person onto the team. He's not necessarily the most expensive card in the game, but for the price that this card is going for, even people with God squads like myself, I got this man on the team. And that's going to be Galaxy Opal Jonathan Isaac, who's already going to make an insane impact to this man's roster. And y'all can see that this card actually went up in price. Back when I was recording the No Money Spent, he was going for about 28K MT, but it looks like people have now realized that this man is indeed a god. And the cheapest one is how much MT? Oh my goodness, this man's gone up in price like crazy. So the cheapest one I'm finding here is 40,000 MT. Not even gonna hesitate when it comes to that purchase because like I said, for the price that you're paying for this card, he's absolutely insane. The next card I'm looking to add to his roster is a meme that we all loved, and that's gonna be the Dark Matter Dunk Tober Jokic, who's also going for quite a price, but I'm hearing a lot of people actually like this card. So hopefully you end up liking this card because just on centers alone, we're about to spend like 500,000 MT. Luckily, we've still got just over $1 million to spend, so we can get you a big money card. Now, as much as I want to buy you a Michael Jordan and Luka Doncic because they're basically the best cards in the game, they're both going for about $1 million MT. And if I buy those guys, you're not going to have any more MT to work with your roster. So instead, we're going to spread it around a little bit. Instead of that, why not go ahead and, you know, maybe hunt for a Glenn Robinson? Not exactly the best card. We're actually going to completely ignore what I just said there, but I'm looking at Kevin Durantula. People are calling this man the best small forward in the game, and if we can get him for under 600k MT, I think that's going to end up being a dub. But again, that depends on if we actually get him. We might miss out on a couple of these bids here. We're going to hawk this Porzingis. We got about 40 seconds on this one, and if we can get him, I'm not going to be as mad if we miss out on Jokic, because a backup center that's going to be more of a budget off the bench, not too worried about it. So even though we just got outbid there, I'm not stressing too much. I think Porzingis is going to be way better long term than Jokic is going to be anyways. Did we end up winning the Porzingis? And indeed we did. So we got outbid on Jokic. Nothing I'm too worried about there. I can improvise or get something better, but just like that, we got one of the craziest dark matters on the team already, man. Porzingis, 400,000 MT. We've still got just under $1 million to work with, and we've only picked up 2 cards. Waiting on the 3rd card right here. Hopefully we can win that Kevin Durant, but hey, man, from going from pink diamond Nikola Vucevic to freaking dark matter Porzingis, I think is a good addition. I don't have any diamond contracts on him. I'm sorry. Gonna use one of your gold ones here because it makes it look pretty, but I don't think you're exactly mad at me for that. Now, as far as Jonathan Isaac, I'm gonna put him right here for now because I'm looking to put Kevin Durant right here, and then your starting lineup just like that is gonna be deadly. Albert King, Kevin Durant. I was hoping to pull Derrick Rose out of a pack, but forget pulling him. Why not just go ahead and buy the man? I don't think he's the best point guard in the game by any means, but from what this guy said, he likes to have fun in the game, and he was probably pulling packs because he was hoping to pull the Derrick Rose and could not pull it. So Derrick Rose, one of the cheaper point guards in the game as far as dark matter point guards go, and he's definitely better than the dark matter Ja Morant as well. So I was like, you know what, if I can get this man on the roster for under 100,000 MT, that's another dark matter for not too crazy of an expensive price. At the end of the day though, if this guy does not like these players, he can always go ahead and sell them. Now, I'm not gonna say Derrick Rose is one of the best point guards in the game because at the end of the day, he is 6'3", but if this guy is rocking it with that dark matter Ja Morant, this Derrick Rose is definitely gonna feel like a much bigger upgrade for him. And let's go ahead and let's check back on that Kevin Durant. We got 34 seconds on him here, man. I need this man to be a good Samaritan and not outbid me. In fact, we're gonna throw another 150 MT on that just in case, and we're gonna hope we don't get outbid here. 20 seconds. This Durant has a diamond contract, a diamond shoe, probably gonna set this man up on his roster for a good while. We're making way bigger upgrades than we did in the last video, but that's because y'all were going crazy. Who knows? Maybe in the next one, we go up to 3 million MT. But right now, we need to see if we can secure the Slim Reaper. He's not really going crazy in the playoffs, but let's see if he goes crazy on my team, and we got outbid last second. People are still paying 600k for this card. That's nuts. So because Kevin Durant is going for unhealthy prices, one other card we can probably target is Dark Matter Paul George. Now this one is a base one right here, but this one here has 33 Hall of Fame badges with a diamond contract and shoe. So I'm gonna bid just under the amount that I did for Kevin Durant, and I'm gonna see if we luck out, because we bid 600k on Durant and that didn't exactly work out. So if we bid 500k for a Paul George that's honestly going to be better on the defensive end and is going to have more Hall of Fame badges, maybe we're going to luck out right there. So I'm going to throw 500k on this bad boy, and while we wait for that, I'm going to go look at other cards. So right now it's sitting at 424. Hopefully we can actually win an auction. But another card I do want to look into is going to be this guy right here. It's going to be Dark Matter Glenn Rice, another Dark Matter card that is going for a buy now. And honestly, I think he's a lot better than people say he is. I think he's a little bit better on current gen than he is on next gen, but I'm not too sure what console Nick actually plays on. But that right there is another Dark Matter. This one right here actually has 30 Hall of Famers. Once again here, I'm going to see if I can sneak in a bid on this Dunktober Jokic. If someone ends up outbidding me, we'll see. I'm not too decided on that Glenn Rice quite yet, but I am going to look at a bunch of other cards. Now, some people aren't exactly the hottest on Chris Bosh's jumper because it might be too quick for people, but Most of these power forwards, if they're going to be godly for you, I mean, Zion, he's got an insane jumper. Blake Griffin, not too bad, but Chris Bosh is a much better value card. But at the end of the day, for what you get with Jonathan Isaac, he can hold it down so much better than most of these cards. I really need to secure this Paul George though. Okay, so somebody outbid me in the last 10 seconds. I'm gonna try to throw in a last second bid here and honestly see if it works out, because again, 33 Hall of Fame badges, I'm not mad at it. If we get outbid, it is what it is, but for 513K, I'm not mad about it. Boom, just like that, the starting lineup has been complete. I'm sorry, DeRozan, but you gotta go. I honestly like the fact that we got Michael Porter Jr. off the bench. This card is 6'10". He's got an insane jumper. Plus, he's now got that originally owned sticker, so he's looking nice. Again, if this guy doesn't like any of the cards on the lineup, he can always sell them back and collect that MT at the end of the day. But right now, we await a Jokic. That's gonna fill the center spot, and then all we really gotta do is plug in a new shooting guard, a godly power forward, and we're big chillin'. Now, going back to this Dark Matter Glenn Rice, guys, honestly, when it comes to the shooting guard spot, there's definitely better value cards like the Galaxy Opal Kazi Russell, who does have a better jumper, but he is 6'5". I'm not here to provide good value. I'm here to, you know, soup up this team and make it look as beautiful as possible. And how convenient that a bunch of Glenn Rices with diamond shoes are now coming out for 84,000 MT. That's simply just gonna be an easy purchase for me. It looks like we also won the Nikola Jokic. So just like that, another 2 Dark Matters have been added to the roster. That's 1, 2, 3, and this is gonna be number 4, and this is gonna be number 5 for Dark Matters on the team, and he still got 473,000 MT to spare. Now, for that last power forward spot, usually people might say, HTB, why don't you just go get a Galaxy Opal David Robinson? He's still very good in the game, and while I would love to do that, this man is going for unhealthy MT amounts. 305,000, 200,000, I mean, all around you just look and it's crazy. So I want to see if I can find a very good yet fun power forward. Yet the only person I'm really thinking of is going to be that Dark Matter Chris Bosh. He ends in 10 minutes. I kind of want to spend enough where he's still going to have enough MT to have fun. So I'm going to look around a little bit. So after doing some soul searching, man, the guy I decided to go with is Galaxy Opal Kevin Love. Now, one thing you guys will have noticed when I built his God Squad is I spent the least amount of MT on the power forward spot, and that's because I truly believe that the power forward spot this year is the least important spot of any roster. You're not looking to drop 50 points with your power forward. You're really only looking for them to rebound, play some decent defense, and hit a nice jump shot. And one thing Kevin Love is going to be able to offer is he's going to be a great pick and popper. He's got insane rebounding, not the greatest perimeter defender, but again, I'm paying under 100,000 MT versus Chris Bosh, who's going to be 300,000 MT. If Nick wants to go ahead and spend the rest of his MT getting a Chris Bosh and completing his God Squad, then by all means, he can go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and secure him this Kevin Love, which should be just enough to get the job done for him. I cannot find a decent price range for this card. I see one that's got a diamond shoe on it. I'm simply just gonna go ahead and go for it. The thing about this Kevin Love is he's gonna be a really good rebounder. So when I actually take a look at this Nikola Jokic and I look at his perimeter defense, it's only a 70. It's not gonna exactly be the greatest, so I don't want to play that card at power forward. But boom, just like that, man, that's already gonna be major improvements to the roster. And yes, I could spend more MT and get someone a little bit better than Michael Porter Jr., sorry, but Michael Porter Jr. is a dog. He's standing at 6'10". He's got one of the best player models in the game. His jumper is amazing. Take a look at his defense all around as well. This is already gonna feel like you've got yourself another power forward on the floor. On top of all that, guys, he's gonna have 426,000 MT to spare. Well, actually, probably more like 400, because we're gonna test our pack luck super quick here. We're gonna flip one open and we're gonna see if we can get lucky. Imagine I pull a Melo for him. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any shakes. It's going to be gold players, but it is what it is. Now, before we come to an end on this video, I want to talk to you guys about one card. I've started a movement on Twitter, and that is going to be about this man. Now, unlike most of the other memes on Twitter, they've been pretty pointless and they've been memeable cards, but this man right here, we need to get him the most souped up card possible. Standing at 7'5", 217 pounds, guys. If we can convince my team to drop everybody a dark matter or even galaxy opal version of this card, it is going to be absolute mayhem. Y'all can see the tweet that I put up here. Go ahead and show it as much love as possible. And here's the thing, somebody that has a Chuck Nevitt on their lineup will be getting blessed on the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this Chuck Nevitt right here because you gotta have Chuck on your lineup and you've gotta have the signature, man. The only way you know that I have robbed your account is if you see this man right here on your team, Rui Hachimura. And that right there is going to be the cherry on top, man. So the roster before was looking like this, and now it's looking like this, man. 5 dark matters added onto the roster. 2 of them are guaranteed to be elite. Jonathan Isaac is a dog. Glenn Rice, in my opinion, is amazing. But again, if this guy doesn't like anything on the roster, he can always go ahead and sell it. He's gonna have 400,000 MT to work with. And Nick, I'm gonna say this now. Do not waste your MT on packs. Buy a player when you want them, but do not waste it gambling on pack odds. Shout out to Rui Hachimura. He's the reason that I'm able to bless you guys. And Amethyst Chuck Nevitt. This is the god that gave us the extra 1 million MT. So if you want to do the MT dance, make sure the demigod Chuck Nevitt is on your roster. But that's going to do it for today. Once again, man, a successful theft. We're now going to give this account back to the guy, and hopefully he's going to enjoy his new and improved roster. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Stealing People's Accounts. If y'all enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. And for you new viewers, you know you got to hit that subscribe button, man. On that grind to 400K. Appreciate all the love, man. Peace.